unloyal. Now, before I get into the whole unloyal thing, let me just say this. I am not talking about a transactional relationship. A transactional relationship is just that. So if you get into a transactional relationship with a woman who has a higher sexual market value than you, right? Higher sexual market, then you got to accept the fact that if she meet a guy that can give her better than you got to accept that. That's fine. This is what I'm talking about. You lie about it. You act like it's love when actually it's transactional to you. If you want a transactional relationship, then let it just be that. But don't act like it's love, and then you have some guy who thinks you're in love, and then you go and meet a guy who makes more money than him, or he falls on hard time for 2 days, and you're out of there. And we ain't even talking about survival or nothing. We just talking about your ass being a gold digging bitch. See, the reason that's low value is because in life is like this here in a relationship. Guys, you're going to go through trials and tribulations. I'm telling you, I don't care how much money you make, something's going to come in there and you're going to have to weather little storms. A woman who is unloyal, eventually that gets around and you become low value. You have to have some type of loyalty. Or if you're a cheater, you have no back. So what ends up happening with a woman like this is she get placed into a category. See, guys, I grew up in the hood, right? And so we would have these girls that they would be attractive and they would only fuck with D-boys. And then after a while, they would just get that reputation that they only fuck with dudes who got money, and when that dude get killed or go to jail, it's on to the next. And before long, you build up that reputation. Now, it takes a little time, but once you build up that reputation, nobody of quality wants to fuck with you. That's the way that fucking works. So you become a low value woman. Nobody takes you serious. No guy invests emotionally into you because everybody knows what you're about. So even to be quite honest with you guys, even if it's a transactional relationship and you relay that, you're still a low value woman because guys start to put you in a fucking box. No guy ever takes you serious or invest in you emotionally. Next, what's a low value woman? Low fertility rate, or you just can't reproduce at all. Older women, women who had to have fibroid surgery, or women who just got a low fertility rate. Don't fucking matter. I don't care if you say 3 kids drowning last year. We ain't talking about character. I understand you might be a high character woman. I understand that. We ain't talking about that. We talking about the value you can bring to a man or society. You no longer can reproduce. You know what that means? That means that if we was at war, there would be no reason to spare your ass. You are useless. I'm sorry. You are useless. Listen, y'all guys seen that movie, what was it? Deep Impact, right? They did the lottery, right? What they did. Y'all seen they did the lottery on that movie Deep Impact with Morgan Freeman in it? What did they do? The lottery was for what? Younger people, younger women. They excluded older people and older women. Why? Because you can't reproduce. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know you're a good person. I know you go to church 3 times a week. You sing in the choir. I understand. You are a good person. But when it comes to the value you can provide to a man in society, you have low value. You can no longer reproduce. Period. She's a feminist. Basically, guys, she hates being a woman. Basically, so guys, feminists back in the day, they used to be about getting women equal rights, right? They wanted women to be able to make the same amount of money as men, vote, do all this stuff, right? Good, okay. But then it went beyond that, and it went to a point now where it's just like everything that makes a woman feminine, they hate it. So if a woman is sweet and agreeable and don't act bitchy, they label that as you being weak. If you're not loud and obnoxious, you're a weak pick-me. That is absolutely fucking ridiculous. I have nothing against the feminists who are pushing for equal rights and stuff, of stuff that women. If you're a woman and you want abortion and you want that, I have no problem with. I don't agree with abortion, but I don't knock you. You don't gotta agree with everything I like. But when you start hating the essence of a fucking woman, which is to let a man lead and to be submissive and being easygoing, you label that as weak. And so now you're making every woman feel like if they're not being combative, hard to get along with, you ain't nothing but a weak bitch. That is a fucking low value woman. You don't even like being a fucking woman. You want to be a fucking man, except when it's time to go to war. Except when it's time to go to war, yeah, then I'm a woman. But every other time, yes, I want to do everything a man can do. That is a fucking low value ass woman. For one, what man with any options wants to date a fucking feminist? Another thing I forgot to add to this too, it's went beyond just getting rights for women to now it's about just putting men down and making us all bad and rapists. It's ridiculous. It's no longer about rights. It's about tearing men down.